Okay, we're now moving on to 37. Okay, 37 is uh, a problem with about geometry in a cylinder. So let's mark that off. And we're ready to go on 37. All right, 37. The surface area S of the cylinder shown in the figure is approximated by the equation S is equal to 2 times 3.143 squared plus 2 times 3.14 times 3h. Okay, the surface area is 244.92 square inches. Find the height. Okay, so we get 18 times 3.14 plus 6 times 3.14 h. Okay, so that was just 2 times 9 and 2 times 3. Okay, and so I can multiply those out. I'm going to do this a little bit differently. I'm going to factor out the 3.14, the pi. Okay, and now that's 24. Okay, so I'm going to divide that by 24. So when I do that, 244.92 divided by 24, 244.92 divided by 24 is equal to 10.205. That's equal to 3.14h, and I'm going to divide that by 3.14, and that's equal to 3.25 is equal to h, and that unit is inches. So that height in inches is 3.25 inches. Use the double dash for inches. All right, 39 is a profit equation. In October, a greeting card company's total profit was 12% more than it was in September. Okay, the total profit for the 2 months was $689,000. Write a verbal model, assign labels, and write an algebraic equation to find the profit for each month. Okay, so we're here, we're on 39. 39 says I've got 2 months, October and September. So I've got profit for October plus profit for September is equal to a total profit of $689,000. Okay, they also tell me that the profit of October is equal to 12% more than the profit of September. Okay, so 1.12 will give me 12% more. 1 would give me the profit from September. The 0.12 would give me 12% more. So I'm going to take this little bit of information here. I know that's there. I can replace it there. So I get 1.12 profit from September plus the profit from September is equal to $689,000. So we get 2.12 profit from September is equal to $689,000. So I'll go to my calculator, 68900 divided by 2.12, and I get $325,000. So the P of S is equal to $325,000. Take the difference in those, and you get your profit for October. So 689,000 minus 325,000 gives me $364,000. Okay, so those are both our profits in dollars. Okay, so that's 39. A mixture problem is 40 or 41. Okay, so let's slide over and do 41. I like to do the mixture problems with tables, but you don't have to. Let's see what we have. We have a car radiator contains 10 liters of an antifreeze solution. How many liters will have to be replaced with pure antifreeze if the resulting solution is to be 50% antifreeze? Okay, so we want to keep, we've got some amount. We have 10 liters at 30%. Okay, we want to replace with pure antifreeze, replace at 100% to end up with 10 liters at 50%. Okay, so how do we do this? That's the question. All right, so I know I started with 10 liters, but I want to take some amount of that out. I want to take X out, okay? All right, I know that's at 30%. I want to add X at 100%, okay, to give me 10 liters at 50%. Okay, so this is my table, okay? This is my amount times percent, gives you my quantity. All right, so when I do that, I get 3 minus 0.3x is equal to, in x times 1 is equal to x, and 0.5 times 5. So I add those together to get 3 minus 0.3x is equal to, plus x is equal to 5. So we get 0.7x is equal to 2. And I divide by 0.7. Okay, so we get x is equal to 2 over 0.7, which is equal to 20 over 7, which is equal to 2 and 6/7 liters of pure antifreeze. That's how much we need to get 50% antifreeze. Okay, so moving on to 45. So those are all some application problems. 45 right there. Okay. All right, 45. Solve for H. For V is equal to 1/3 pi r squared H. I want to solve for H. What does H equal? Okay, well, I can just divide by 1/3 pi r squared to get H by itself. 1/3 pi r squared. That cancels, that cancels, that cancels. So I end up with H by itself over here. Divided by 1/3 is the same thing as multiplying by 3. So 3v over pi r squared. That's straightforward enough. All right, so that's the end of the 1.3 questions. All right, so moving on to the next 1.4. 1.4, we start with 47. These are quadratic. Solve any way you want to. 15 plus x minus 2x squared is equal to 0. I'll probably factor almost all of these because I am comfortable doing that. All right, so I flip the sign of everything and put it in standard form. 2x squared minus x minus 15 is equal to 0. I know it's going to be 2x and x and 15. And I can do 3 and 5. All right, and that'll give me negative 6x on the outside, and positive 5 on the inside gives me negative x. And so we get 2x plus 5 is equal to 0. X minus 3 is equal to 0. So we get x is equal to negative 5/3. X is equal to 3. All right, that's 47. Let's do 49. 49 says 6 is equal to 3x squared. So to do that, I divide by 3, you get 2 is equal to x squared. So you get positive negative square root of 2 is equal to x. So 51. 51, x plus 13 squared is equal to 25. I can take the square root of both sides. If I do that, I get x plus 13 is equal to positive negative 5. X is equal to negative 13 plus or minus 5. So x is equal to negative 8 or negative 18. It's 51. Let's look at 53. 53, they've really got designed up to complete the square. You don't have to, unless you're specifically told it. I will complete it by square, but it is plus 12x, but you can do it other ways. Equals negative 25. So completing the square, I would add 36 to both sides. 25 plus 36 gives me 11. Now I can factor that as x plus 6 squared is equal to 11. X plus 6 is equal to positive negative square root of 11. X is equal to negative 6 plus or minus the square root of 11. You can use the quadratic formula there if you want to. Put it in standard form and then solve it out like that. All right, and then 55. 55 is negative 2x squared minus 5x plus 27 is equal to 0. All right, so we'll use quadratic formula on this one. Quadratic formula, x equals negative 5 plus or minus the square root of negative 5 squared minus 4 times negative 2 times 27 all over 2 times negative 2. All right, and so I get 5 plus or minus the square root of 25. And then 8 times 27. 8 times 27 is 216 over negative 4. 25 plus 216 is 241. 241 over negative 4. All right, and then 241, I don't think is divisible by a perfect square. Let me check the factors of 241. 241. All right, so neat trick with doing the factors of 241. Factors of 241, I go into y equals, I do 241 divided by x. All right, I go to second. I go over here to table. Right there. And then you can just scroll through. You can find factors. If there are any, it might be prime. 1 times 241. Doesn't look like, yeah, there aren't any factors because we switched from going smaller to larger. So, no factors of 241. Okay, so that's done. Using the quadratic formula. All right, so that is solving quadratics.